Batting sixth, playing designated player, junior, number 9, Maddie Machado. Batting seventh, playing second base, freshman, number 14, Kendall Dupree. Batting eighth, playing right field, junior, number 20. Batting ninth, playing left field, freshman, number 3, playing first base for the Seahawks, freshman, number 9, Lauren Packer. The head coach of the Seahawks, she's assisted by Jen Rosa, Kelsey Foreman, and Danny Edna. At this time, Salve Softball would like to welcome Mike Pagliarini, strength and conditioning coach, to the mound to throw out the ceremonial first pitch. This week, we honor all of the student athletes for the annual NCAA Division III week. It is extremely difficult to balance academics and collegiate athletics, and so we applaud all of those who are able to thrive in the chaos. Today, we recognize those efforts and celebrate those that help these student athletes to succeed along the way. Mike, known as Pags, is a strength coach here at Salve, and always seen with a cheerful attitude and smile on his face. He's experienced what it is like to be a Salve student athlete, and his commitment to the current student athletes is second to none. Without further ado, please put your hands together to welcome one of the most likable guys on campus, Mike Pags.
Mike Pagliarini with the ceremonial first pitch for Salve Regina softball as the Seahawks are hosting the Corsairs of UMass Dartmouth. We are here at Toppa Field, ready for today's national anthem.
Those that protect our freedom with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets broke aloft, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Toppa Field in Newport, Rhode Island for Salve Regina University softball action. The Seahawks are hosting the Corsairs of UMass Dartmouth.
Officials in a positive manner, verbal abuse such as profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed towards
My name is Ed Habishaw, joined alongside by producer Tyler Benjamin.
not tolerated and
And we're trying to bring you a two-camera
thank you for supporting
setup. We have an iPod located on top of the Seahawk dugout on the first base side, and then our trusty old GoPro camera attached to the backstop. Seahawks are in the field first. Defensively, Seahawks will have J.C. Garrigan in the pitcher's circle, number 17, a sophomore from Uxbridge, Massachusetts. Her catcher is Holly Cathius. At third base, freshman Nikki Vanelli. Shortstop, senior Amanda Riley. At second base, freshman Kendall Dupre. And another freshman at first base, it is Lauren Packer. In the outfield, freshman Emily Angel in left, senior captain Megan Guest in center, and Karina Bushy, junior, in right field. That's your starting lineup defensively. We'll give you the Seahawk batting order when they come to bat in the bottom of the first. Doubleheader here today between the Seahawks and the Corsairs. Salve Regina comes in with an 8-11 record overall. The Corsairs are 11-11. They've played several more games. Actually, UMass Dartmouth had a dozen games on its Florida trip. And they stand at 500 as they play this non-league doubleheader. 4 o'clock and roughly 6 o'clock with the two starting times. Catheus with the throw down to second to complete today's warm-ups in the top of the first. And leading off for the Corsairs will be their right fielder, Rachel Pereira. She's followed by Avery Soares playing second base, Kylie Fletcher playing left field, Jill Richards, initially as the DP, is now the starting pitcher, Sierra Sharon, first base, Autumn Medeiros, the third baseman, Lindsay Chabuk, the catcher, Leah Major, shortstop, and Maddie Ogrizik in center. J.C. Garrigan ready to offer up the first pitch. In there, a called strike. Strike two. Garrigan, her 5th appearance of the season, her 3rd start. Looking for her first pitching victory of the year, 0-2. That pitch foul to the right. Rachel Pereira batting .375 on the year. 6 hits and 16 at-bats. 2 extra base hits, a triple and a double. And she has 1 run batted in. She is the leadoff batter with a .563 slugging percentage. Pitch up high, football 1. This is the first meeting between the Corsairs and the Seahawks in softball since 2013. Foul tip. Overall, today's non-league matchup marks the 19th and 20th meetings between Salve Regina and UMass Dartmouth in softball. The Corsairs have a 10-8 edge in the all-time series. The Seahawks have won 7 of the last 8 meetings, and again, the last meeting in 2013. Salve Regina won that right here at Toppa Field, pre-turf. On March 28, 2013, 8-0 was the final score there. Pitch up high, it's 2-1. 2-2. Pereira doing a nice job battling J.C. Garrigan, the leadoff batter here. Top of the first inning. That's in the air in the infield. Nikki Vanelli comes in from third base, making the grab for out number 1. Brings up the second baseman, Avery Soares. So as a freshman from New Bedford, Massachusetts, Greater New Bedford High School. Soares batting .276 on the year. She is 3rd on the team in base hits with 16. Kylie Fletcher, the on-deck batter, has the most hits on the team, as that's a swing and a miss. 1-2 count now on Soares. Fletcher with 21 hits on the year. One out, bases empty. Top of the first inning. Salve Regina softball hosting UMass Dartmouth. Garrigan missing up high with that pitch. Evens the count at 2-2. Salve Regina Student Athlete Advisory Committee members in attendance at the game. They'll be hosting a donut eating contest as part of NCAA Division III week. Full count, 3-2. Grounded to shortstop, Amanda Riley. Charges it, throws over to Lauren Packer for the out. 2 down. Brings up Kylie Fletcher. J.C. Garrigan, one of 4 sophomores on the Seahawks. All of them are pitchers. Swing and a miss by Kylie Fletcher. Lined into right center, landing safely. Chasing it down, Karina Bushy in right field. Her throw in, it's going to be a stand-up double for Kylie Fletcher with 2 down in the first inning. Brings up the pitcher, Jill Richards. First pitch up high for a ball. In there for a strike. 1-1. Seahawks are coached by Janelle Iaquinto in her 3rd season as the head coach. Assistants are Jen Rosa, Kelsey Borman, class of 2017. As that pitch is fouled out of play to the right. And Danny Edmonds. Rosa in her 3rd season as assistant. Borman, her 2nd year. She was pitcher of the year in 2017, leading the Seahawks to a Commonwealth Coast Conference championship. 2nd in a row for the program at that time. Bouncer, Garrigan, gloves it. Overhand throw to Packer for out number 3. Side retired in the top of the first. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the first, scoreless here at Toppa Field. Center fielder Megan Guess will be the leadoff batter for Salve Regina in the bottom of the first inning. It's Megan Guess, followed by Nikki Vanelli, Amanda Riley, J.C. Garrigan, Holly Cathius, Maddie Machado, Kendall Dupre, Karina Bushy, and Emily Angel. Seahawk lineup, 1 through 9. And they'll be facing the right-hander for the visiting Corsairs, Jill Richards. Jill, a sophomore from Kingston, Massachusetts. Leads the team in innings pitched and in strikeouts. She has a 3.52 ERA, 4.61 loss. This is her 17th appearance and 15th start of the season. She has 4 complete games. .71 and 2/3 innings pitched. 31 strikeouts in those innings. Megan Guess bounces one up the first base line. It is a fair ball fielded by Sharon, the first baseman, who applies the tag. And Guess out unassisted by Sharon. Nikki Vanelli, the batter. Vanelli batting .256 on the year. Has a pair of home runs in her resume. Her very first collegiate at bat down in Florida. She launched an opposite field home run for the Seahawks against Olivet College. That's fouled to the left side, and third baseman grabbing it in foul territory is Medeiros. And Amanda Riley lifts a fly ball to center fielder Ogrizik. She makes the catch for a 1-2-3, bottom of the first inning. We head to the top of the second, scoreless here at Toppa Field. Top of the second inning, scoreless game between UMass Dartmouth and Salve Regina University softball. Sierra Sharon, the first baseman, leading off for the Corsairs. Sharon, a junior from Bridgewater, Massachusetts. First pitch a ball, check swing appealed, and remains a ball. Sharon batting .262 on the year. 17 hits and 65 at-bats. That's good for second on the Corsairs in hits. 2 of those hits are doubles. She has 9 runs batted in, also second in that category for the UMass Dartmouth Corsairs. 2-1 count now on Sharon. She's followed by Medeiros and Chubbuck in the Corsair order. In the air, coming in for it, Dupre. It had a lot of backspin on it. It's going to be an infield hit. The wind might have helped that ball from reaching Dupre. She had to go a long way from deep second base. Garrigan might have had the better play at that ball, but it's a leadoff single for Sharon. Brings up Medeiros. She fouls the first pitch to the backstop. Autumn Medeiros is playing third base. One on one now on Medeiros. Autumn, a freshman from Swansea, Massachusetts. Just 4 hits and 24 at-bats. She lines that sharply, but fouled on the left field. Rolling all the way to the fence. Emily Angel retrieves it and throws it back in to Amanda Riley. 1-2 now on Medeiros. She bats 5th in the Corsair order today. Pitch misses outside for ball 2, 2-2. Salve Regina baseball also in non-league action today at Reynolds Field. A single game versus Wheaton College. Count now full on Autumn Medeiros facing J.C. Garrigan. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. And the first out of the second inning, Lindsay Chubbuck, the batter. Chubbuck, a freshman from Berkeley, Massachusetts. Attended Somerset Berkeley High School. Chubbuck, .231 batting average. As that pitch bounces in front of Kathios, and difficulty locating it because it went up really high. Reached the backstop, and that'll be a wild pitch that allows Sharon to get down to second with 1 out. That's in the air. Left side, Amanda Riley with the catch at shortstop for out number 2.
Coming up to bat for the Corsairs, number 1, Leah Major.
Brings up the shortstop, Leah Major. First pitch foul. 2 down. Sharon on second. She led off with the bloop infield single. And we now have Jenny O'Connell added to the production staff here. She's doing live stats alongside Tyler Benjamin. That's the right field. Landing foul as Karina Bushy gave it chase. In the air on the right side, Lauren Packer in foul territory, makes the grab. And that'll be FF3 on the stats, FF3. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. Just like the first inning, Seahawks coming to bat in a scoreless game here at Toppa Field. Seahawks starting pitcher J.C. Garrigan leading off in the bottom of the second inning for Salve Regina. Seahawks went 1-2-3 against Jill Richards in the bottom of the first. Guess Vanelli and Riley. Now Garrigan, Cathius, and Machado at the plate. Scoreless game between UMass Dartmouth and Salve Regina. Grounded back to the pitcher. Richards, overhand throw to Sharon. And one out in the bottom of the second inning. 1-3 on the play. Brings up the Seahawk catcher, Holly Cathius. Cathius, one of four seniors. All four are captains. Cathius from Pelham, New Hampshire. A fellow Granite State native with Amanda Riley. Cathius batting .245 on the year. 12 hits, including 2 doubles. She's second on the Seahawks in runs batted in with 10. J.C. Garrigan leads Salve Regina with a dozen runs batted in. That's in the gap. Left center, good chase by the center fielder. Ogrizik grabs it just in front of the fence for out number 2. Well hit by Holly Cathius. The wind blowing in will hold a lot of these fly balls up. We saw it in the top of the second inning with a harmless infield blooper that landed safely in the Bermuda Triangle between the pitcher, first baseman, and second baseman. And now designated player Manny Machado at the plate. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Machado has 1 home run on the year. It was 9 days ago, back in March. It was a game-winning walk-off grand slam home run as the Seahawks got a split with UMass Boston. They're playing UMass Dartmouth today. Machado doubled her RBI total on the season with that grand slam. She has 8 total runs batted in. Swing and miss there. That's out number 3. So another 1-2-3 inning for Richards in the pitcher's circle. We head to the top of the third inning, scoreless. Top of the third inning here between Salve Regina University and UMass Dartmouth in NCAA Division III softball. Scoreless at Toppa Field. It's the top of the fourth over at Reynolds Field with Salve Regina baseball hosting Wheaton College. The Seahawks have taken a 4-3 lead in that game. Bottom of the order for the visiting Corsairs, it's center fielder Maddie Ogrizik. Swing and a miss at the first pitch. Ogrizik made a nice, fine running catch for the second out off the bat of Holly Cathius in the bottom of the second. And lines that into left field. It bounces in front of Emily Angel for a single. Third hit of the game for the Corsairs off J.C. Garrigan. Kylie Fletcher had a double with 2 outs in the first. Sierra Sharon led off with a bloop single in the second. She got to second base on a wild pitch, was stranded there, and now Ogrizik leads off with a sharp single to left field. Back to the top of the order for the Corsairs, Rachel Pereira. She popped to third baseman and now sends the first pitch to Karina Bushy in right field. Quickly 2 on. Both hard hit balls by the Corsairs. Pereira on first, Ogrizik on second. Avery Saws the batter. She grounded to shortstop Amanda Riley for the second out of the first inning. And squares the bunt, pulls back. It's ball 1. Squares the bunt again. But no offer for ball 2. We're in the top of the third. It's scoreless. The Corsairs have their first 2 batters on base. Maddie Ogrizik and Rachel Pereira both with sharp singles. Ogrizik to left and Pereira to right. Avery Saws has a pair of stolen bases for the Corsairs, as Saws did not square the bunt on that one. And ball 4. Saws walks on 4 pitches. Bases loaded with nobody out for Kylie Fletcher. She had a double to right center with 2 out in the first. Now she bats in the third. Nobody out and bases loaded. Garrigan's pitch is low and inside for ball 1. Missing high with that offer. 2-0 on Fletcher. Pitch bounces, blocked well by Holly Cathius. Count runs to 3-0. Nowhere to put Fletcher. Bases are full of Corsairs. And nobody out in the top of the third. Scoreless between UMass Dartmouth and Salve Regina. She offers. Pitch looked like it was over the plate for a strike. It's a 3-1 count now on Kylie Fletcher. She swings and fouls it to the right side. Count now full on the Corsair left fielder. She doubled in the first and was stranded on second. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second K for Garrigan. Big time right there for the first out of the third inning. Brings up her opposing counterpart, Jill Richards, the pitcher. Richards batting .375 on the year, 15 hits and 40 at-bats. Entering today's game. First pitch strike from J.C. Garrigan. Missing up high for ball one, 1-1. Off speed with that pitch, misses low, 2-1. Did she offer? No. 3-1 now on Richards. Bases loaded. Griesick on third. Pereira on second. And Saws on first. 1 out. And a 3-1 count on Jill Richards. Line drive grabbed by Kendall Dupre. We're going to click replay on that one because that is replay worthy. A line drive double play as Dupre did it all herself. It'll be L4 space DP for the batter and X on the runner at second. So no runs on 2 hits. No errors and just 2 left as the double play erased Rachel Pereira from second base. And we head to the bottom of the third, still scoreless at Toppa. And don't you know it, you make a great defensive play in the field to end the one half of the inning, and you're the leadoff batter right away. And that's the case for Kendall Dupre, freshman from Cranston, Rhode Island, who just made a inning-ending double play off the line drive from the bat of Jill Richards. She's now facing Richards, the Corsairs pitcher. Scoreless here in the bottom of the third. Swing and a miss, strike one. Kendall Dupre going quickly to her right, stabbing the line drive, and then letting her momentum carry her right to the bag to double off Rachel Pereira. That's grounded just foul. It went past Sharon at first base, who was playing in, but to the right side of the first base bag for an 0-2 count on Dupre. We're in the bottom of the third here at Toppa Field. Seahawks looking for their first hit. Corsairs have 4 hits, but all have been left on base, including a walk. UMass Dartmouth loaded the bases with nobody out against J.C. Garrigan, and she got her way out of it with a strikeout and a line drive double play. Dupre strikes out to lead off the third inning for the Seahawks. It brings up right fielder Karina Bushy. Bushy has 2 hits and 9 at-bats. One of those hits, a double. That came at a doubleheader against Johnson & Wales in Providence in late March. Getting the start here in right field. First pitch of ball. Bushy from Waterford, Connecticut. Right-hander. Watches the first two pitches miss low for a 2-0 count. She's followed by Emily Angel. 7, 8, 9 batters in this inning. Another pitch low for a 3-0 count. Richards delivers the 3-0 pitch right in there for strike one. Tyler Benjamin on the live stats. Jenny O'Connell on production. 2-camera setup. Strike two. Full count now on Bushy. We are bringing you a dugout view on the first base side with an iPad wirelessly into production truck. That should help minimize the glare that we get from our center field camera that's positioned behind the backstop as the sun sets out in right center over the Tennis Hall of Fame. Bushy fouls that pitch off. Another 3-2 delivery from Richards. Low and inside, ball four. First base runner for the Seahawks is a one-out walk to Karina Bushy. It brings up left fielder Emily Angel, freshman from Whitensville, Massachusetts. Angel batting .250, 9 hits in 36 at-bats, 2 doubles. First pitch low to her. So Richards, who breezed through the first 2 innings and got a strikeout on the leadoff batter in this inning, finding some control difficulty. The off-speed pitch grounded to the first baseman. Sharon tags Angel. 3-U on the play. And Bushy down to second base for Megan Guest. Back to the top of the order for the Seahawks. Center fielder Megan Guest. Senior captain from Meriden, Connecticut. First pitch inside for a ball. Megan Guest batting .323 on the year, 10 hits and 31 at-bats. A double, 3 runs batted in. A chance for a 2-out RBI here with Karina Bushy standing on second base. 2-0 count now on Megan Guest. 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning, scoreless between Salve Regina and UMass Dartmouth. Two and one. Richards went off speed with that one. It just got in there for a called strike. Another off speed pitch is outside for ball 3. Richards has her pitch selection on an armband on her left forearm. That's grounded to first base. And Sharon makes the play unassisted for the second time against Megan Guest in this game. And side retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the 4th inning, still scoreless here at Toppa Field. Welcome back to Toppa Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Salve Regina, UMass Dartmouth in a NCAA Division III softball doubleheader. Scoreless here in the top of the fourth inning. Sierra Sharon, the first baseman, leading off. She led off the second inning with a bloop single. Was stranded at second base after getting there on a wild pitch. J.C. Garrigan, sophomore from Uxbridge, Massachusetts, in the pitcher's circle here for the top of the fourth inning. Salve Regina baseball with a 5-3 lead now over visiting Wheaton College at Reynolds Field today on the campus in Newport. 2-1 count now on Sierra Sharon. Pitch from Garrigan up high for ball 3. 3-1. Right in there for a strike. Full count now on Sharon, the leadoff batter here in the top of the fourth inning. She's followed by Autumn Medeiros and Lindsay Chubbuck. First baseman, third baseman, and catcher. And inside and low, ball 4. Second walk issued by J.C. Garrigan. The Corsairs have reached her for 4 base hits, including a double. But all runners have been stranded thus far. The third straight inning that the leadoff batter's been on base. Second time for Sharon. Brings up Autumn Medeiros. She struck out swinging in the second inning. Pop up in the air. Garrigan signals she's got it, and she does for out number 1. Pop up to the pitcher. One out, one on for Lindsay Chubbuck. She popped to shortstop Amanda Riley in the second inning. First pitch, a ball. 1-0. Grounded to Vanelli. Gets the throw over to first. Packer has the put out. 5-3 on the play. And down to second goes Sierra Sharon. 2 down for Leah Major. So every inning thus far, we're in the top of the fourth. The Corsairs have gotten a run to at least second base. And so far, J.C. Garrigan has stranded every Corsair runner. We're scoreless here in the top of the fifth. Leah Major fouled out to first baseman Lauren Packer to end the second inning. She has an 0-1 count on her now. Missing up high for a ball. 1-1. This is there for ball 2. Holly Cathius requests time to chat with her pitcher or give her an updated ball strike count. It's 2-1. Garrigan looks in for the signal and delivers. Up high, 3-1. Grounded to Vanelli at third. Freshman to freshman, Vanelli the Packer. And that ends the inning in the top of the fourth. No runs on no hits, no errors, and one left. We head to the bottom of the fourth, still scoreless here at Toppa. Amanda Riley grounded to second base. Force at second. Removes Nikki Vanelli from the base pass. She had the leadoff base on balls. So one out and one on for the pitcher, J.C. Garrigan. So a fielder's choice grounder by Amanda Riley. She's on first base. 4-6 to play on Nikki Vanelli. J.C. Garrigan at the plate. Oh, and 2 count on Garrigan. Richards looks into her signals on the armband. And Garrigan through the right side has the first hit for the Seahawks. It moves Amanda Riley up to second base with 1 out. Seahawks have their best threat of this game. Starting to line up these pitches from Jill Richards. All 3 batters have reached against Richards in this inning. Leadoff walk to Vanelli. Fielder's choice grounder by Riley. She's on second after the Garrigan base hit. And a pair of stolen bases on the bunt attempt strike to Holly Cathius. It's a decoy bunt attempt that allows the base runners to advance. Riley on third. Garrigan on second. 1 out. 0-1 pitch coming from Richards to Holly Cathius. Inside. Called strike. 0-2. Garrigan ripped an 0-2 pitch through the right side for her single. Now an 0-2 pitch coming to Holly Cathius. She bounces that foul in the box. Update on the score at Reynolds Field. It's Salve Regina 5 and Wheaton 4. Bottom of the 5th inning, Seahawks with runners on base, as they do here in the bottom of the 4th. That's also grounded foul. Amanda Riley should stay in foul territory because even if it hits her there, she's okay. And I think Janelle Quinto is giving her that advice as she comes in from the third base coach's box. Don't jump into fair territory because if it hits you in fair, you're out. So So after a couple of fouls off the bat of Holly Cathius, she gets a ball. It's 1-2 now on the Seahawk catcher. She lines that foul between Iaquinto and Riley. Count remains 1-2. Cathius, 10 runs batted in, a chance to tie Garrigan with a base hit here. Garrigan with 12 RBI. She stands on second base. She has the first hit for the Seahawks off of Jill Richards. Richards delivers into the gap in left center. That's going to bring Riley from third and Garrigan from second. A 2-0 score for the Seahawks on the Holly Cathius double. And Cathius is now tied with J.C. Garrigan, both with a dozen runs batted in on the season. 1 out. Cathius on second with the 2-run double. Maddie Machado at the plate. She struck out swinging to end the second. That's a bunt to the first base side. Sharon, her throw is there, but muffed by the second baseman Soares. So it'll be an E4M space A3 for Cathius and advance, for Machado and advance Cathius to third. So Sharon gets credit for the assist, but Machado reaches on the error. Runners at the corners for Salve Regina. Cathius on third. She had the 2-run double. And Machado on first. She reaches on the error. It brings up Salve Regina's second baseman, Kendall Dupre. Dupre struck out swinging to start the third inning. It was back-to-back Ks for Jill Richards. She ended the second inning with a strikeout of Machado, and then started the third inning with a strikeout of Dupre. 1 out in this inning. And Seahawks at the corners. To shortstop, coming home. And they'll have a play on Cathius. Fielder's choice for Dupre. She's on first base. Machado on second. And Cathius out 6-2 on the play. When it got by the pitcher Richards, you thought Cathius might have had a chance to score, but a strong throw from Major to Chubbuck gets the put out on Cathius at the plate. It brings up Karina Bushy. 2 outs, 2 on for the Seahawks. Bottom of the fourth. 2-0 Salve Regina as Holly Cathius delivered a 2-run double to left center. First pitch ball to Karina Bushy. She drew a 1-out walk in the third inning. Ended up stranded at second base. In the air, center field, Ogrizik. A few steps to her right with the catch for the final out. But the Seahawks score 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors and 2 left. 1 error and 2 left. The error did not do any damage for the Corsairs as Cathius had her 2-run double before that. We'll head to the top of the 5th inning. It's 2-0 Salve Regina. Maddie Ogrizik leads off for UMass Dartmouth here in the top of the 5th inning. Corsairs trailing by 2 now after Holly Cathius delivered a 2-run double to left center, scoring Amanda Riley from third and J.C. Garrigan, the pitcher, from second. Ogrizik in an 0-2 hole now against J.C. Garrigan. Ogrizik led off the 3rd inning for the Corsairs with a single to left field. That was followed by a Rachel Pereira single to right field. Those two stole bases, 2nd and 3rd. A walk loaded the bases with nobody out. And then Garrigan got Fletcher on strikes, swinging. And then a line drive off the bat of Jill Richards was caught by Kendall Dupre. She doubled up the runner at second to keep that game scoreless until the Seahawks struck for 2 in the bottom of the 4th. We're in the top of the 5th, 2-0 Salve Regina. 1-2 count now on Richards. Excuse me, on Ogrizik. She bats from the left side. She's the center fielder for UMass Dartmouth. Watches that pitch away for ball 2, 2-2. Pitch bounces in the turf, 3-2. Second, third, and fourth innings for the Corsairs had their leadoff batter on base. Ogrizik trying to do the same here. And missing for ball 4. It's the 3rd walk issued by J.C. Garrigan. And it's the 4th straight inning that UMass Dartmouth has had its leadoff batter on base. Corsairs are coached by Amy Sasson, a graduate of Bridgewater State. She's in her 6th season. As that first pitch to Rachel Pereira, bunted foul. Maddie Ogrizik was running on the pitch. One now on Pereira. She popped out to Nikki Vanelli to lead off the game in the 1st inning, and then singled to right field, stole a base in the 3rd. She was doubled off second on the line drive to Kendall Dupre. Shows bunt, takes a strike, and down to second with a stolen base is Maddie Ogrizik. 1-2 on Pereira. Pereira is from Dartmouth, Massachusetts. A freshman playing right field for the Corsairs. Takes ball 2 up and away. 2-2. That's into right center field, dropping. 2nd hit for Pereira. And scoring from second is Maddie Ogrizik, making the score 2-1. An RBI single for Pereira, her 2nd base hit. Still nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Salve Regina leading now 2-1. Brings up Avery Soares, the 2nd baseman. She grounded it to short in the 1st and walked in the 3rd. Bunts it to Vanelli at 3rd. She gets it over to Packer at first base. Throw down a second. No play there. So Pereira advances on the sacrifice, 5-3. And that's the first out. Kylie Fletcher, the batter. She doubled in the first, was stranded at second. Struck out swinging in the third, takes the first pitch for a strike against Garrigan here in the fifth. Corsairs are on the board on the RBI single by Rachel Pereira. Trailing by 1 now, 2-1 the score. Salve Regina got its 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. A 2-run double by Holly Cathius, the Seahawk catcher. 1-1 count now on Fletcher. Missing inside for ball 2. Garrigan with the 2-1 to right field. Back goes Bushy. Back. It's going to reach the fence. Pereira comes in from second to tie the score. And into third with a triple is Kylie Fletcher. We're all knotted up at 2 runs apiece. Two to the score. Bottom of the 5th inning. Fletcher on third with the RBI triple. 1 out in the inning. Leadoff walk to Maddie Ogrizik. Got it started. She stole second. Came home on the single by Rachel Pereira. Pereira was sacrificed 2-second by Avery Soares. And then came home on Kylie Fletcher's triple to right field. So Janelle Iaquinto making some changes defensively for the Seahawks. J.C. Garrigan remains in the game. She's now playing left field. The new pitcher is Julia Kurt. She's coming in to face the Corsairs counterpart, and that is Jill Richards. Emily Angel coming in from left field to play first base. That knocks Lauren Packer out of the Seahawk defensive lineup. She was a starting first baseman, not in the batting order. So no changes to the Seahawk batting order with these defensive maneuverings by Janelle Quinto. It still remains Guest, Vanelli, Riley, Garrigan, Cathius, Machado, Dupre, Bushy, and Angel. However, defensively, Garrigan moves from pitcher to left. And Julia Kurt, the new pitcher, she'll be facing Jill Richards. So thus far, 4 1/3 innings pitched by J.C. Garrigan. She's allowed 2 runs, both this inning. And she's responsible for the runner on third base. That's Kylie Fletcher. She tripled in the second run for UMass Dartmouth. And Jill Richards at the plate. Richards, 0 for 2. Hit the ball hard. Her last at-bat. And that came with the bases loaded. An inning line drive double play as Kendall Dupre got the put out and the put out. Put out on the line drive and then doubled up Pereira. 1-1 count from Kurt to Jill Richards. Strike 2 is in there. One out. Corsairs with a runner on third base. A 1-2 count on Jill Richards. Kurt pitches away for ball 2. 2-2. Tyler Benjamin on the live stats and Jenny O'Connell on the production. Full count now on Richards. She's the first batter for UMass Dartmouth to face Julia Kurt. Sophomore pitcher from North Dayton, Massachusetts. That's fouled to the left side. Kurt will deliver another 3-2 pitch. We're in the top of the 5th inning. 1 out. Corsairs have tied the score at 2-2. And ball 4 to Richards. I don't know if she's aware of it yet as she stands in the batter's box. And her head coach says, "Is that ball 4?" The answer is yes. So first and third for UMass Dartmouth. Brings up the first baseman, Sierra Sharon. She's been on base twice. Singled in the second, walked in the fourth. Pitches away for a ball. 1-0. And Janelle Quinto requests time. We'll take a break here during this timeout on the field. After that timeout, we're now ready for action here at Toppa Field. Julia Kurt pitching to Sierra Sharon. She has runners at the corners. Kylie Fletcher at third. She tripled off of starter JC Garrigan. That made the score 2-2. And Kurt walked Jill Richards, the first batter she faced. Now a 3-0 count on Sierra Sharon. In there for a strike. Maddie Ogrizik led off the top of the fifth with a full count walk. And that's the third walk of the inning by Seahawk pitchers. Sharon down to first. Richards over to second. Fletcher remaining on third. Brings up Autumn Menderes. 0 for 2, a strikeout in the second. And a pop out to the pitcher Garrigan in the fourth. So Kurt in for Garrigan. Garrigan's out in left field. Kurt walking the first two Corsairs she's faced. Gets ahead of Medeiros, 0-1. Strike two. Corsairs loaded the bases against J.C. Garrigan in the third inning. Garrigan got out of that inning with no damage. A strikeout and a line-out double play. Corsairs have put some runs on the board here. Count now 1-2 on Medeiros. The 1-2 in the air. Center field coming in is Guest. Did she catch that ball? Oh, and that's a double play. The second time that Kendall Dupre has made an inning-ending double play as she raced out to shallow center field, made the catch in the air, got up and throws to third base to get the runner doubled off of that bag. So for the Corsairs in the inning, 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning, and it's a 2-2 score. We are back at Toppa Field, trying to clear up some issues in the top of the fifth inning. The inning ended with a double play. Kendall Dupre making a great catch on the pop-up to shallow center. She gets up and throws it into the infield. They get an out at third base, which I thought was doubling up the runner from third base, who should not have scored. She did not tag up, but she is credited with scoring the third run for the Corsairs. They lead 3-2. Emily Angel leading off the bottom of the fifth with a single for the Seahawks. Megan Guest bunts the third. Throw to first in time on the sacrifice. It'll be 5-4 on the sacrifice for Megan Guest. Seahawks have the tying run in scoring position. As Emily Angel now on second base. Leadoff single to center field. Brings up Nikki Vanelli, the third baseman. So Janelle Quinto trying to argue her case in two ways. First, she thought they had the third out on the runner not tagging up. And the umpire agrees that the runner did not tag up. But they weren't calling that runner out. They were calling the runner from second base out, trying to get to third. And credit UMass Dartmouth with the run scoring before that, even though it was not done properly. 0-2 count now on Nikki Vanelli. Vanelli popped foul to third base in the first inning and walked in the fourth. And strike three looking, 2 down here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Salve Regina trailing 3-2. All 3 runs will be charged to J.C. Garrigan, the starter. She's on deck as Amanda Raleigh steps into the batter's box. Amanda Riley has reached base on the fielder's choice. She scored the first Seahawk run, coming home on Holly Cathius' 2-run double. Pitch low for ball 1. Off-speed pitch misses, ball 2. 2-0. Seahawks got on the board first. A pair of runs in the bottom of the fourth inning. Holly Cathius with a 2-run double to left center. And in the very next half inning, top of the fifth, the Corsairs score 3 times. That pitch foul to the backstop, 2-1. The Corsairs benefit from 3 bases on balls. As Riley fans on that pitch, 2-2. Confusion continues on the field as UMass Dartmouth was ready to exit after a 2-2 count on Amanda Riley, thinking it was strike 3. She fouls that next pitch off to left field. Kendall Dupre with a pair of fine plays out in the field from second base. Amanda Riley with another 2-2 pitch. Low for ball 3. Pitch gets away from the catcher. It's ball 4. And Garrigan down to third. Excuse me. Emily Angel down to third. I thought that was ball 4. Wasn't that ball 4? That was ball 4. That was ball 4. Ball 4? Yeah. And the wild pitch gets Angel over to third base. So runners at the corners for J.C. Garrigan. Angel led off with a single. Got to second on the sacrifice bunt by Megan Guest. Nikki Vanelli struck out looking. And now Amanda Riley worked the count full and drew a walk. Wild pitch gets Angel to third. Runners at the corners for J.C. Garrigan. First pitch a ball. Down to second goes Amanda Riley with a stolen base. Chubbuck does not throw down to second. Jill Richards now pitching with a 3-2 lead. That pitch hits the backstop. Coming home. And coming home from third, Emily Angel touches the plate, but is called out. So the inning ends with no runs on 1 hit, no errors and 1 left. After 5 from Toppa Field, it is 3 UMass Dartmouth, 2 Salve Regina. So the 5th inning was very entertaining here at Toppa Field. Seahawks started the frame with a 2-0 lead, and then 3 runs for UMass Dartmouth, including a disputed 3rd run, as the Corsairs scored the go-ahead run on a tag-up play that was disputed. And then Salve Regina thought it had the tying run on Emily Angel coming home. And then she was called out. Judgment call not touching the plate as she bounced her way home. So Julia Kurt pitching to Lindsay Chubbuck. Chubbuck 0 for 2. Fouls the first pitch to the left side. Chubbuck popped to shortstop Amanda Riley and then grounded to third baseman Nikki Vanelli. One-on-one count on Chubbuck. Up and in for ball 2, 2-1. That's line foul. Three runs on 6 hits, 1 error for UMass Dartmouth. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors for Salve Regina. Top of the 6th inning. 2-2 count on the leadoff batter, Lindsay Chubbuck. Count now full. The Corsairs did benefit from 3 bases on balls in the 5th inning, scoring 3 times, 2 hits. That's fouled off the end of the bat by Chubbuck. She stays alive at 3-2. Ball 4. 5th straight inning that the Corsairs have put the leadoff batter on. And they'll have a pinch runner for Chubbuck. Number 9, McKenna Van Horn, a freshman. From Marysville, Washington. So she comes across the country to play softball at UMass Dartmouth. So Van Horn, the pinch runner for Lindsay Chubbuck. The batter is now Leah Major, the shortstop. She's 0 for 2. Foul pop to Packer, the first baseman in the 2nd inning. And then a grounder to Nikki Vanelli at 3rd in the 4th inning. That ended the frame, as did her 2nd inning at bat. She bats here with 1 out. Fouls the first, nobody out. Fouls the first pitch off for strike 1. Bunts that fair. Kurt with the play to first. Sacrifice good. Down to 2nd goes Van Horn. So 5-3. With Julia Kurt with the play. 1-3 on the sacrifice. Thanks to Tyler Benjamin for paying attention. Nice play by Julia Kurt, coming all the way to the first base line to pick up that sacrifice bunt. Maddie Ogrizik has been on base twice, has a pair of stolen bases, and scored a run in the 5th. Her first 2 at-bats were as the leadoff batter in the inning, top of the 3rd and top of the 5th. She's now in an 0-2 hole. A foul and a swing and a miss. to center field. In to make the catch, Megan Guest for out number 2. Back to the top of the order for UMass Dartmouth, Rachel Pereira. She singled in each of her last 2 at-bats. Popped to third baseman Nikki Vanilli to open the game. She scored the tying run in the 5th inning. Grounds that to Vanelli. Over to Emily Angel. Final out of the 6th inning. 5-3 on the play. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's UMass Dartmouth 3, Salve Regina 2. J.C. Garrigan at the plate to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning for the Seahawks. Trailing 3-2 against UMass Dartmouth. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Garrigan had the first base hit for the Seahawks against opposing starter Jill Richards. Richards still in there. Seahawks got to Richards for 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th. Holly Cathius delivering the 2-run double to left center. Garrigan leading off, followed by Cathius and Machado. 1-1 count on J.C. Garrigan. She fouls that off-speed pitch out of play on the right. Outside for a ball. 2-2. Lifted in the air and foul out of play on the right. Count remains 2-2 on J.C. Garrigan. Seahawks starting pitcher here in game 1. Moves to left field for reliever Julia Kurt. Kurt stranded a leadoff walk at second base in the 6th inning. We're in the bottom half of that frame. Right now, count is full on J.C. Garrigan. And pitch is low for ball 4. Leadoff batter aboard for Salve Regina. Brings up Holly Cathius. She's responsible for the 2 runs on the board for the Seahawks with her 2-run double to left field. Garrigan on board for the second time. Pitch is low and past the catcher. It'll be a ball and a pass ball. Chubbuck charged with the pass ball. Puts Garrigan in scoring position for Holly Cathius. And she fouls that pitch out of play on the right. 1-1 now on the Seahawk catcher from Pelham, New Hampshire. Up high, 2-1. Cathius leaves that one up high as well. 3-1 count. In the bottom of the 7th at Reynolds Field, it's a tie score, 6-6. We are in the bottom of the 6th here, 3-2 UMass Dartmouth. That's lifted high in the air. Shortstop Major calls for it on the outfield green, making the catch for out number 1. Brings up Seahawk designated player, Maddie Machado. Garrigan on second. She led off with a walk, reached second on the pass ball. 1 out later, Maddie Machado at the plate. Off-speed pitch, low for ball 1. Jenny O'Connell on the production. Tyler Benjamin on the live stats. Ed Habishar here with the call. Outside for ball 2. Machado at the plate. Garrigan on second base. On deck is Kendall Dupre. Seahawks trailing 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Strike 1. That's foul to the backstop. Evens the count at 2-2. As members of the Salve Regina University Student Athlete Advisory Committee are getting the between game promotion underway. A donut eating contest. That's taking place behind us. Machado fouls that pitch off for a count remaining at 2-2. Garrigan on second. In the air, grabbed by the shortstop. Major, 2 down. Kendall Dupre, the batter. She is my favorite walk-up song. Dupre lifts the ball foul out of play. J.C. Garrigan on second base, 2 outs. Dupre pops it foul, in foul territory to the catcher. FF2 on the play. And the Seahawks retired, no runs on no hits, no errors, 1 left. After 6 complete from Toppa Field, it's UMass Dartmouth 3 and Salve Regina 2. UMass Dartmouth second baseman Avery Soares leading off for the Corsairs in the top of the 7th. UMass Dartmouth leading 3-2 over Salve Regina. Soares, the second baseman, 0 for 1, grounded to short in the first inning, and then drew a walk and a sacrifice in her next 2 at-bats. First pitch swinging, grounds it to Nikki Vanelli at third, 5-3 on the play. Went out for Kylie Fletcher. She's got a pair of extra base hits in this game. Double in the first. Struck out swinging in the third against J.C. Garrigan. And she was the last batter that Garrigan faced in the 5th. She tripled in the tying run. And then later scored what is a controversial run after Kendall Dupre made a great catch out in shallow center field. Fletcher did not tag up from third and was credited with scoring a run. Seahawks thought they had the out on Fletcher from leaving third base, and they were later told that they had the out on Jill Richards coming in from second. 1-2 count on Kylie Fletcher. She bats here in the 7th inning with 1 out and nobody on base. 3-2 the score, UMass Dartmouth over Salve Regina. Strike 3 called. First strikeout for Julia Kurt. Seahawk righty has 2 down in the 7th. Jill Richards at the plate. She's 0 for 2. Line drive double play in the 3rd. A walk in the 5th. And technically she was the final out of the 5th inning. First pitch in there, a called strike from Julia Kurt. Line shot hard. Solid single into center field by the Corsair pitcher. It's the first base hit off of Julia Kurt. She's allowed 3 walks. Now batting is the first baseman, Sierra Sharon. She's been on base all 3 plate appearances. Single in the 2nd, and then a pair of walks. 1 walk was charged to J.C. Garrigan, the starter, and the other to Julia Kurt in on relief in the 5th inning. Lifted in the air, right field. Bushy coming in, making the catch. Basket style for the final out. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 7th. UMass Dartmouth leading 3-2. 8-9-1 due up here in the bottom half of the 7th inning for Salve Regina University. Right fielder Karina Bushy, first baseman Emily Angel, and center fielder Megan Gass. Seahawks trail 3-2. Swing and a miss on the first pitch from Jill Richards to Karina Bushy. 0-1. Bushy 0 for 1. Was the first base runner for Salve Regina. That coming on a walk in the 3rd inning. Richards retired the first 7 Seahawks she faced. Count now 1-1 on Bushy. She flew out to center field to end the 4th inning. Seahawks scored their 2 runs in the 4th. Holly Cathius had a 1-out, 2-run double to left center. That's in the air but out of play. Foul on the right side. 1-2 on Bushy. Amanda Riley and J.C. Garrigan scoring on the 2-run double by Holly Cathius. That gave Salve Regina a 2-0 lead. UMass Dartmouth promptly scored 3 runs in the next half inning. That's grounded to Major at short. She throws to first. Sharon with the putout. 6-3 on the play. 1 out, bases empty for first baseman Emily Angel. Angel started in left field for the Seahawks. Moved to first base when relief pitcher Julia Kurt came in. So she replaced Lauren Packer at first base. Angel 1 for 2. Grounded to first unassisted. And then singled in the 5th inning. Was stranded at third, or the last out of that inning in the 5th, when she was out trying to score from third. In a 0-2 hole here, after a called strike and a fouled pitch. Sun is soon to be setting over in right field. Pitch up high. We'll have 2 games for you here today. We're in game 1. Bottom of the 7th, 3-2 the score. UMass Dartmouth over Salve Regina. That's line foul. Seahawks and Corsairs, a non-league meeting for both teams. UMass Dartmouth, a member of the Little East Conference. Salve Regina, Commonwealth Coast Conference. Another pitch fouled. That goes to the backstop. Another 1-2 from Richards. Grounded to third. Over to first. And Angel is safe. Pitch was low. It bounced in front of first baseman Sharon. It'll be an E5T that allows Angel to reach with 1 out here in the 7th inning. That's the second time Angel has had to leap over a defensive player trying to tag a base. Now batting is Megan Guest. First pitch in there, a called strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Angel on first base with 1 out, reaching on the error. And a swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 down. For the Seahawks, down to their last batter, it's Nikki Vanelli. Vanelli at the plate. And we may have a pinch runner for the Seahawks as Janelle Iaquinto requests time. She's giving her lineup card to the home plate umpire. And we'll have Ali Guzmano in to pinch run, so that'll be a lineup change. Ali Guzmano pinch running for Emily Angel. Guzmano from Orange, Connecticut. Junior infielder. Getting the pinch running opportunity. Seahawks trailing by 1 run. That's in the air. Left field. Back it goes. Home run. Walk-off home run for Nikki Vanelli. Seahawks win 4-3. Salve Regina with a dramatic 2-run homer by Nikki Vanelli, her 3rd home run of the season. Seahawks win 4-3. Just the 4th hit of the game for Salve Regina. That one clearing the fence in left field, bringing home Ali Guzmano in front of her, the pinch runner. And then Nikki Vanelli touches the plate in front of her teammates, greeting her at the plate for the 4-3 victory. Tremendous win for the Seahawks. 4 runs on 4 hits. No errors for Salve Regina. 3 runs on 7 hits. 2 errors for the Corsairs. One of those errors in the final inning, proving costly as Emily Angel reached with a 1-out grounder on the error. Seahawks winning the opener 4-3. My name is Ed Habershaw. Join us again for Game 2, which would follow this one approximately 30 minutes from now. My thanks to Tyler Benjamin on the live stats and Jenny O'Connell on the live stream. Join us again later on this same channel.